What? How y'all doing? Something clicked with me today, and this is going to be a bit all over the place, a little bit disorganized, but forgive me. The saying, no good deed goes unpunished. It's probably not that you're getting grief for doing what is right, although admittedly that does happen. It's probably more that you feel like you're not getting rewarded for doing what you believe is right. Okay, do you do the right thing because it's the right thing to do? Or do you do the right thing in hopes that you're going to get something out of it? That you're going to get rewarded, that pat on the back, that recognition? Because if you're only doing the right thing to get the good time reward, don't bother. That's probably why you feel like you're being punished or why you're being slighted. Okay? It's not to say that people don't actually get a good kick in for doing the right thing. A lot of people don't recognize that you do the right thing, and so they think that you're not doing anything for them, and then just it happens. When something is done that is just, that is right, a lot of the time people just don't notice. They just expect it to happen. If you're the kind of person that does the right thing for the sake of doing the right thing, they just expect these things to keep happening. They don't even notice that you're doing them. It's not until they stop. They're like, what is the other saying? I can't remember what it is, but basically the idea that you don't realize how good you've got it or how good you had it until it's gone, kind of thing. That I don't remember the actual, but it's that groove. People don't tend to notice what you were doing until you stop or until you're gone, or and you could get a lot of flack. You could get called names. You could get called worthless or layabout. That you don't do anything. The trick is to keep doing the right thing anyway. Because that's just what you do. Or what I believe you should do. You could call people out and say, this is what I did. This. Hang on, how dare you? I do this, and this. I've done that before. Probably not the best way to go about it. However, if someone is arguing with you, and I don't really see the point in arguing with someone either. If they're adamant they're right, let them be right, and then let them lose the things that are being done, so that they realize perhaps it wasn't you that was the problem, or that you did do things for them. Let them realize that. Let them come to that realization. Sometimes people just won't learn. They just won't. This is another one of those things that I've mentioned before, that a lot of people just can't admit fault. Sometimes that can't be helped. The other one that people get is, it's something along the lines of, when they do something right, they'll put in the hard work. They'll put in that graft, and then someone else will come along and pull off, I don't know, let's say you're doing some back-breaking labor, right? And, I don't know, it's snowing right now in my area. So just imagine, I don't know, someone's gone out there and they start shoveling the old snow, right? And then all of a sudden, you've put in hours of work, you've cleared all the paths, you've done all this stuff, and then out of nowhere, someone comes out and they've got another thing, they've got a tool, and they find a way to do the job faster with literally no effort. And then people give them the pat on the back for their ingenuity. And then you may feel bad because you didn't get the kick that they got. You didn't get the positivity boost that they got, even though you did more actual work. And this is a thing for in the workplace and stuff like that. You could carry an entire team, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the recognition. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't still do it. But, you know, sometimes it hurts, you know? I guess that's the whole groove. Eventually, that is the whole point of the saying, no good deed goes unpunished, is the idea that even if you are doing the right thing, chances are you will be made to feel miserable by the end of it. I think that's one of the things that kind of define you as a person. If you can keep on doing it without going completely cold on people, good job. Because it's not easy. I'm not saying that I'm a great person, because I do a lot, and I often get kicked. Even quite recently, I've been someone stuck the boot in many a time. But you just have to keep doing what is right for the sake of it. It's the right thing to do, whether or not you get rewarded for it, whether or not people recognize that you're doing the right thing. And if everything does just crumble around you, at least you know. And if anyone goes back and goes to I don't like it when people say they tried, at least you know you did your best. You put the work in. That's a bit self-righteous at this point, but you put the work in. If it still didn't work out, you gave it a shot. You did the best you could. Wasn't the result you were going for, but you still put in the effort. So, yeah, just figured I'd throw that one out there. It's just something that's been kind of mulling around in my head today. It's just floating around. Just the random saying, no good deed goes unpunished. Someone's always going to want something for free. Someone's always going to want recognition. But that's not really why you should be doing it. You should just do it because you can. It's a thing, right? It should be. Shouldn't it? Or am I just really backwards in the way that I think? Because sometimes I'm starting to wonder if maybe I'm just weird. Should even be willing to help those that don't like you. Should be willing to help everyone. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that. Just be the best person you can be and expect nothing back for it. Don't expect the good things to come back to you, because they often won't. But that doesn't matter. Again, because that's not why you do it. Going round and round in circles. But maybe one day you'll learn. Gonna head off. I've got to go for a walk in the snow. Might take my shovel. Hope you're well. And I'll see you all with a bit of luck in the next one.